Oh, no way, I uploaded a video for once. So, little known fact about me, unless you follow me on Twitter, which you totally should, I fucking love Mii's. And if you're also an unemployed waste of space who sits around all day like me, chances are you attended the Nintendo Direct, which means you probably saw this absolute masterpiece. There's a lot of stuff in this trailer, so today I'm going to be going over every single thing that we see and anything we can probably expect. So starting off at the beginning, we see the beach area. Nothing much here. I assume it'll be probably the same thing it was in the first game. Interesting though, we are shown here that the Miis have the wonderful ability to fart. Thank you, Nintendo. The next scene is a zoomed-in shot of this town. Over here we see some kind of building, which seems to have a completely new function from the original game. We see this Mii walking around the streets, which I think could be a new feature that allows Miis to roam around freely. We see this girl and this very fashionable old man having a conversation. I think we'll probably be able to click on them and listen to their conversations. In the next scene, we see a bunch of Miis jumping together. If I had to guess, this will either be something they can do at random, or maybe similar to how the little toys used to work in the first game. You know, you could give them to them and they use them in their house. We see this lighthouse in the back, a couple of buildings on the side, but more interestingly, we see a city in the distance. I have a few ideas on what this could be. First of all, it could mean nothing, and it's just there for decoration. Secondly, it could be where the Miis come from when they go to your island. Or third, it could be somewhere they can visit, similar how you could send Miis on their honeymoon when they get married, or when you could give them a bunch of money and they go to the moon. In the next scene, we see a Mii gardening. We'll probably be able to give them a watering can toy thing like you could in the first game, which will allow them to do that. We also see this building in the background. I think this is probably the game's town hall equivalent. It's right in front of the island, it's not covered in any brandings like the other buildings we've seen, and it's a pretty generic place, perfect for a town hall. In this next scene, we see this old man whose physical capabilities are not a day past 20. We see these little, things, I forget what they're called, in the water. We also had these in Animal Crossing a few years ago when they added swimming. These were used as a barrier for how far you could swim, which makes me wonder if the Miis will be able to swim here. The next scene has a lot to look at. We see these two Miis, who very clearly do not like each other. We have this little guy sitting on his doorstep, like there's nothing going on next to him. We have this fountain over here, which looks pretty similar to the one from the first game. And most interesting thing here is this store back here. We don't get a very good look at the name from here, but I think it's really obvious that this is the new version of the clothing store from the first game. Next up, we have this Mii who's working out. These weights will probably be a toy like the other two things we've seen. Here we have a Mii resting on the bench. We also have another Mii walking around, which makes me believe even more that they'll be able to roam around freely. We have this store back here, which appears to be called Something Builds, as well as this store over here, which appears to be some kind of supermarket. This right here is the best shot in the trailer. I'm going to go over everything from left to right. So here we have the Tomoria, which according to Google Translate is Japanese for Tomoria. Upon searching this up, I have been informed that this must be a Lord of the Rings reference. Wonderful job, Google. I can only assume that this is the town hall, but I have no evidence to support that. Next up is this little place called Right Price. This is probably an auction place or something. I can't think of anything else it would be. That one building we saw earlier has been revealed to be named Quick Build, which if I had to guess is like the rooms you can buy in the first game, or maybe it's a furniture store and rooms are fully customizable. That'd be pretty cool. Moving on, the supermarket we saw earlier is called Fresh Kingdom, which is 100% undeniably a supermarket. This beautiful building I didn't even notice until I started writing the script is the Mii News Network Tower. Here's a full look at the fountain. The clothing store we saw earlier is a little hard to read, but it seems to be called Where and Where. And finally, that store we saw at the beginning seems to be a furniture store, which makes me wonder, if this is a furniture store, then what is Quick Build? Maybe quick build is a bunch of pre-made rooms, which is what makes it quick. As for these houses, there's notably no apartment building around, which makes me think that each me has their own customizable house. Pretty much the last thing to go over would be the title, but first I want to go over this scene at the very end. This just seems to be one of the me dreams for the first game, nothing crazy. And finally, the title. You wouldn't think there's much to go over here, which is because there isn't. But one small thing I did notice is that the title, Living the Dream, is the same title given to one of the pre-made me songs from the first game. Me songs are notably absent here, but hopefully they're just like off camera or something. Anyways, I guess that's the end of the video. Sorry for not uploading anything recently. I've been like recording videos and then not uploading them since like December. I might try to do like another video after this on something else. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, bye.